Assalamu alaikum. I'm Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. I wanted to bring my love and joy and support to Islamic Relief during this Ramadan season. Ramadan Mubarak to all of you.
Let us salute Islamic Relief USA for living up to the calling of this holy month, helping local organizations, providing food security, health care, and financial assistance to struggling communities and resettled refugees.
Our Muslim American community has been on the front lines in Florida's 9th Congressional District and other areas of the nation to help us recover.
I'm grateful for all the work they are doing in my district and around the world.
Islamic Relief USA is constantly working together for a better world.
Your charitable efforts to help reduce hunger, educate refugees, and assist survivors of domestic abuse embody the noble values that are honored in Ramadan.
Your work to put the Muslim values of community and charity into action has helped not only provide food, but also healthcare, financial assistance, and many more hit hardest by this pandemic.
Islamic Relief USA and the Muslim American community in my district has lived those values to the fullest these last 2 years.
Thank you to Islamic Relief USA for the work you do to lift the voices of Muslims all around the world.
As we continue to fight for a more just and more tolerant world, I am honored to be your partner in Congress.
It's this community care that binds us as a global human family.
We are better for all that you have contributed and the difference that you make.
I wish you and all of my Muslim brothers and sisters a blessed month of peace and spiritual renewal.
May peace and love be brought upon you. Ramadan Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everybody. I'm Preacher Moss, host of the SOS Does Shout Out Show. Hope that you're having a fabulous Sunday. Want to give a shout out to everybody who came on the program yesterday, our Saturday Spotlight with Ustad Bella Evans. Excellent program. I mean, very knowledgeable brother. We knew that, but just personable and just being able to relate to a lot of the things that we're going through. Gave us a lot of personal history, but he bridged a lot of things that I didn't know. Some I already knew. He expanded on those ideas. Some of the things I didn't know. It was really, really interesting. And I think the one thing that was very, very powerful, a lot of people were talking about it, was his interpretation of Jews 22. And I think it's really interesting because I was hosting a virtual fundraiser today for Muslims in India. A group called Indian American Muslim Council, and they're fighting against Modi over in India. I don't know if you guys are aware, but they're literally, I think it's very close to a genocide of Indian Muslims in the country of India. They're taking their property. They're forcing young Muslim girls to remove their hijabs if they want to go to school. And I'm like, going out, in terms of the barbarism that's been shown, I'd be scared to even send a girl out to go to school. But it's the brashness, of course, it's the bullying, it's the oppressive nature of the government that now is it's a Hindu government, and now they're trying to make India all Hindu. And I thought about what Ustad Bella said, and what he made a very valid point about the people who don't want to hear these messages from our messengers, our prophets, if you will, are the people who have the most to lose. And we're going to talk about that as we head into Jews 23. But I just want to take a moment to stop and congratulate everybody. As you know, we're now in the throes of the last, if you will, a couple of days of Ramadan, definitely the last 10 days. And I just want to salute. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to partake this year. And it was interesting because I was just thinking about, man, I can't go. And you always have this empty feeling when you can't fast. And then I kind of laughed. I was like, wait a minute, you 55 years old. And I started thinking about how many fasts I actually wasn't able to do. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I might have missed 3 in 30 some years where I had to, wasn't able to continue my fast. 3 in 35 years. And I'm going to talk about that as well, because we're going to talk about Night of Power, really from, well, I don't want to say from a Quranic text solely. I'm not a scholar, but really trying to bring a little bit of understanding in terms of just a layman's space about why it is so important, and really the pauses that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you for mercy. You don't even see it. You're getting mercy, you don't even see it. That's why I always say about Night of Power. We never know where it is, but wherever it is, we want to be there when it shows up. And I think it's pretty beautiful, because you have everybody trying to get their affairs in order, but it's last 10 days. And I always wondered, my first time going through Night of Power, I missed it. I didn't know about Night of Power. It's probably about the second year somebody told me about it. I was like, oh, okay. And then I became more and more educated about the process. But today, brothers and sisters, I want to salute all of you. Everybody that's in the boxes there, I want to salute all of you. And the reason I want to salute you is, we do this Ramadan 30 for 30, but we don't do it alone. Clearly, if we didn't think that we would have partakers and partners from the show who would be with us for this 30 days, because you even have to even think about the transition. We were going Monday through Friday with one Saturday spotlight. Then we switched over. Now we're doing every day with the spotlight every Saturday. Even we have to say that Ramadan has straightened up our backs and made us deliver more than we were actually doing before. And I'm thankful for that. But I want to also talk about the personal satisfaction of being able to even get to a Night of Power, and just the scope of the blessings. But I also want to talk about the day around Night of Power and what we possibly should be looking for, and the benefits that we should be partaking not for just ourselves, but for other people. Because this is a winning 10 days. We've had a winning 10 days, but this is the finishing winning 2 days. So for those who tuned in, I'm going to have fun today. I'm going to have a smile today. Even though I can't fast, I'm going to have fun and enjoy this, because I'm here and I'm blessed. And you're here, and I feel I can't speak for everybody, but y'all are blessed. So let's go and get the show started. We're going to come back. You know how the show goes. I'm going to be back. You're going to be back. And we're going to talk about the last 10 days here on the Shout Out Show. Preacher Moss.
Sponsor an orphan, and you'll help support a vulnerable child to have the education they've always dreamed of, so they can build a brighter future. You'll be feeding a hungry stomach and a hungry mind with knowledge that will last them a lifetime. That's the power of an education. Sponsor an orphan now with Islamic Relief.
All right. Shout out to Islamic Relief, our sponsor for the Ramadan 30 for 30. Peace to all those people, volunteers all over the world doing wonderful things and doing wonderful acts. As we like to say, helping people's dreams come through. Sometimes in that big dream, sometimes it's just little dreams, the humble dreams. So if we can help people just the humble dreams, we're doing okay. So before we get started, we got some stars in the building. We got some Hall of Famers who will come back on the show and come back firing. And I'm going to put them on because we miss them. We haven't seen them in a while. So let's go ahead and we're going to get them up here. First of all, we got Sister Ree. What's going on, Sister Ree, the craft services director, our chief dietitian, my sister, my little sister. How you doing, Sister Reed? Good to see you on the show. Pray that you're well, and Derek as well, and Juwan as well. And I hope you're just having a good space. Wherever it is, you're having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for coming on. Next up, what we got? The eloquent Mary Moss, better known as Mama Son. She put it all in. 10 more days to the end of Ramadan. Stay blessed and share blessings. Yep. You caught the whole spirit, Mom. You caught the whole spirit. Great talking to you earlier. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for your support. Love you. Okay, next up, my main man, Altaf Rashid. Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak, brother. He says, I hope the SOS soldiers are doing well. Ironically, we had a soldier. She must have been in war because she came back. Sister Abina Chowdhury is back in the building, brothers and sisters. I don't know when she broke out of Facebook, IG jail, but alhamdulillah, good to see her back firing already. Because it wouldn't be right if Sister Rabina came in here and was quiet. We be trying to check her temperature, make sure she ain't have COVID or something. All right, Sister Rabina, I'm getting to you, but I gotta acknowledge the stars in the building. Hey, Altaf, much love, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Next up, little brother, what's going on? Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi barakatuh. What's going on? Ramadan Kareem to you and the family. I don't know. We got to catch up, of course, but I'm okay. Things are all right. I'm moving around. Alhamdulillah. Thank you and everybody for your prayers. I am blessed. As being Reggie used to say, it's good to be. Yes, it is good to be. You can fill in the rest, whatever you want it to be, but it's just good to be for me right now. JT, much love. Appreciate you, man. All right. And we got big sister Sonia Salahuddin. Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. She said, yeah, I'm doing better. I'm doing better. I'm looking better. I'm sounding better. You know, sometimes, you know, you got to go to a space and you just got to hit bottom. And that's what it is. This is what it is. And you have to rebound from that. So I'm the first to say that I am humbled. I've already made my volition on this show last Friday about listen, like I said, you know, guard your health. Yeah, I will not hopefully be making that video anytime soon. Guard your health, brothers and sisters. And we got my main man Bilal Salahuddin. Wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. I think yesterday, that was a long day, I have to say, man. That was the best I have felt since April the 14th. Believe it or not, that was the best I've felt since April 14th. Like I can actually tell myself when I want to take a nap and know when I was tired. All my systems were shot, all my levels were off, so I was struggling. But yeah, yesterday was a good day. I actually had an appetite. You know, when you go down, you eat some Mexican food, you know, you got an appetite. Zatana said, why you go there? Yeah, no, I had an excellent appetite and just started moving and feeling better. So, you know, Allah is merciful. I always say that. And here we go. What is a shout out show without Sister Rabina Chowdhury? Yes, I did bring up India. We're gonna go ahead and read it. It's long, so everybody here. It is Rabina. Salam wa alaikum assalam rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. She says, Salam SOS family. PM Modi is an uneducated fool. He was a tea vendor in the streets of India and was recruited as a young child by the far-right Hindu RSS program, which is Hindu nationalism. This is true. Now, she is 100%. I didn't check about the tea vendor or anything, but this part is true. And Hindu nationalism is based on Hitler's Nazi theory. This is true. The things that they're doing, they are taking businesses that have been established for years and are now bulldozing these businesses. And what I mean by this is they are, while the police sit by and watch, no writs or anything like that, people are claiming to have owned these properties and these are Hindu properties. And, you know, the police are taking pictures in front of these bulldozed buildings. People have, you know, doctors' offices been there 30 years. They're just knocking them over. They've been serving the community for over 30 years, just knocking them over. So I'm like, hey, this is crazy. And I just want everybody, you know, keep an eye on this stuff because, you know, you know that people around here start thinking about them ideas. And I want everybody to know it ain't nothing new. South Africa was a place that just got its land back. So let's not sleep. All right, Sister Rabina, good to have you back on the show. I hope your fast is going well. Peace and blessings to you and your family. Thank you so much. And we want to give a shout out to, of course, our consultant producer, Sister Satana Whitfield, doing a wonderful job and a masterful job behind the construction board, the control panel, and just making sure everything flows nicely. Literally, it makes the show that much better. That much better. It's like a jazz show now. I don't really have to tell her anything. We improvise, we play off, and she knows when I'm supposed to make a move, when I'm supposed to shut up, and all that type of stuff. And I think what's fun is it's allowed the show to grow. And I hope that all of y'all have appreciated her hard work. But I also want to make sure that you know that I've appreciated your hard work coming on the show for, headed for the 30 for 30. We didn't start on our own. Many of you made pretty much all of the 30 for 30 for right now, which is huge. I don't think people can say that, which is huge. That's very special. So we're shouting out on that. So we're good for that right now. I appreciate it. So let's talk about Night of Power. We're talking about the last 10 days of Ramadan and Laylatul Qadr. The Night of Power for me, can't say about everybody else, but the Night of Power for me is really interesting because it's like an intercession. Like I was saying today, that in many regards, if you're not careful and you overlook your blessing, you can go into depression. Let me say it again. In many regards, if you overlook your blessing, you can go into depression. This feeling that somehow you missed out on a grand benefit. And you're not going to have a chance at that grand benefit till maybe next year. Inshallah, if you get to see Ramadan, another Ramadan. And I was thinking about that today as I was, getting myself together, that, I'm going to have to, I won't benefit from that. But I'm like, I'm thankful the days that I did. I'm thankful the days that I did fast. But then something hit me. And that was last year. Last year, I did do Night of Power. And I stood and prayed and all those good things. And I started reading through all the benefits. There's a ton of benefits. And one of them said, it's like, it's good for a year. And I'm like, man, Allah is merciful. It means that it's good for a year. Like I'm still covered, at least from last year's Night of Power. And I'm hoping, hey, I know I might be stretching it, hoping that it works out for me that way. But I felt a sense of happiness, not just for me, but I felt a sense of happiness for people who do their best, who do strive, who sometimes have medical issues and can't finish. And sometimes, discipline-wise, it may not be in them, that they got to a certain point. And I think about it and I'm appreciative because, when you convert, before you came to this life, nobody talked about Night of Power. Nobody talked about fasting. If you were fasting, you were just hungry. That was it. You ain't no Muslim. You just hungry. And then to move into this space and to understand that so much, let me be very clear, understand that so much of this mercy is already preordained for you. Preordained, yeah. I mean, it's in abundance before you ever get there. All you have to do is access it. And accessing it is so many pathways to get there. Fundamentally, there's really not something that necessarily compares to it unless you are fully in that space. Even in the aspect of trying to level your character, trying to shed aspects of behavior, aspects that are unpopular or unpleasant, even in that space to get closer to your Lord, there is deep rooted blessings. And I just want all of us to take a little bit of time to appreciate ourselves. It's not about being Muslim or non-Muslim. It's about being cognizant, about having fear of God. And that fear of God puts you on a direct path to his mercy because, we want that. Because we talk about the ShOUT Mustaqim, but the ShOUT Mustaqim is a path of answers, and the ShOUT Mustaqim is a path of mercy. Imagine if you had to walk in the dark and all it was a path of mercy, and outside of that path, it was nothing but snakes, nails, and broken glass. And in the dark, someone said, go ahead, get to walking. And somehow you can distinguish from being off the path to understanding when you're on your back. See, it's two really different things. And I think Night of Power is that final thing in Ramadan that alerts us to the fact that we do have this pathway to mercy. The ascension of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, it's a reestablishment. It's to reaffirm to him that he does have importance and relevance in the world that doesn't see it. Reminiscences of prophets that came before him, he feels the need. And this is the best of mankind. So we should not be even remotely sad or embarrassed that sometimes we have questions or we have periods where we fall off or periods where we're out of pocket. It is what it is. But to understand that, just like the prophets, and just like Abdullah Evans said yesterday, that when the truth comes, the people who have the most to lose are the ones who don't want to hear it. So that path that we talk about, that's what ShOUT Mustaqim is, a path of guidance, is a path of mercy, but it's a path of truth. And we're not going to, there's nothing else that compares to it. And the Night of Power, I believe, in many regards, illuminates what that path is. It illuminates what that path is. You tell me any other time when somebody goes, hey, man, there's a huge bucket of gold for you. You go, yeah, where is it? I don't know. When it's going to come? I don't know. It is the last bastion of faith. Wouldn't it be funny if we already had those blessings? And it's just the fact that you're now in a position to have even more blessings. Just think about that. So look, let me talk about Jews really quickly, and then we're going to bounce. Good news from you. Okay, I can't say that. Jews 23 is amazing. Clearly, it opens up in Surah Yasin. It's the heart of the Quran. It tells everybody, essentially, that look around. It tells everyone to look around. The aspect of faith and obedience and faith and abundance are two things that are not dueling. Obedience and abundance are two ideas that are not dueling. And we begin to understand that the scope that it's been around for a long time, that we will at some point in time engage in that. And an engagement is to really fully, I want to say fully come to understand what our Lord means to us in our particular space. Ramadan is one of those things where, yeah, we're all fasting, but if you close your shades and you had a pizza while the sun was up, you could go out and lie. But that's putting you in the space of a hypocrite. Or you could just say, I don't believe in it and I'm gonna eat this pizza. That's a disbeliever. The believer has a different understanding of this engagement. And that engagement, brothers and sisters, is the thing that makes us special. We don't hear enough. We don't hear enough about the arguments of the prophets that came before us, the major ones and the minor ones. what we come to understand is that we live in a world that's disrespectful, that does not appreciate the truth. And those who do not appreciate the truth are the ones who do have the most to lose. But even in that space, it allows us at this point in time to still garner benefit for believing a finish line that doesn't have a finish line. Think about that. It's a finish line that doesn't have a finish line. Often referred to as the ShOUT, the straight path, is really the straight path, but it's circular. And people go, what do you mean? It means you can't see the fact that it's evolution. Like a treadmill, it's an evolution. And every time you go through it, you've evolved into something bigger and better. You evolve into something that has less bad habits. You know, there's a stronger faith. There's more community service. You will build your own capacity, which is what they're talking about in Juice 2023, is the ability for us to build our own capacity based upon the model of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. So I will leave it right there. We're going to put up, sister. Let's go ahead and put it up. Sister, she got it up. The Night of Powers Unknown is one of the odd nights at the end of Ramadan. We are taught to seek it either on the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, or 29th. I commit to spending these nights in complete ibadah to Allah, and may we be blessed. You say, and I get it, but the moral of the story is, even for those days, and this is my opinion, even for those days, the odd nights, I think it's imperative that, yes, look for those nights, but you look for all of the nights, because we just don't know. All right. So listen, we're going to bounce out. Sister Tanya, you have anything you want to say? Are you good today? I think she's good today. Listen, we're going to rock out with a little ditty from Native Dean. I felt festive. Ramadan is here. Better celebrate it while it's here, because it's gone quickly. I'm Preacher Mars, that's SOS. Have a beautiful Sunday. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Who decided to move? It's Ramadan. Now I got a plan before it's come and gone. Getting close to Allah, spend a lot of time. See the condition of my heart like a sonogram. Everybody knows we got to fast, but does everybody know how the time is passed? Is it sleeping all day and the night's a blast, and forgetting the reward of the month is past? I know you gonna wake up right, drinking water, maybe being pie, praying at sunrise, fasting the day, keeping that dean tight, breaking fast with some dates taught out here at night. Alright. It's a blessed month, doesn't mean that it's hard that you can't have fun, but strive in your heart for your Lord the one, and be blessed by Allah when the month is done.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Yeah, come on. Yo. 4 minutes left, mom bust in the door like, get yourself up, you about to miss sahur. Turkey bacon on the plate, but I'm beefing. I'm upstairs sleeping while they down here eating. Scenes like this, it makes me reminisce what it meant growing up with Ramadan as a kid. My homies buying up the corner store. Now latest quarter waters. We break it 8, but it's 3:45. They got jokes like, oh yeah, he's fasting. Something about blessings, heaven everlasting. Asking like it feds up on me. Like, dude, let me ask you for real. Is you hungry? My hunger for the day when the sins on my slate be as empty as the food on my plate. And if you got jokes, man, here's a taste. Take a little fastest breath to the face.
Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here. Ramadan is here.
Ramadan vibrations. more donations, dinner invitations, many supplications. Good behavior means better reputations. Don't start nothing, no provocations. No fighting, no argumentation. From the fitness and the drama, take a vacation. Mosque is packed with a huge congregation. Some just come as an annual visitation. Some just come for the hum of the recitation. Memorization of revelation. Less temptation and more contemplation. Getting ready for the Eid celebration. Shake a lot of hands, giving salutations. Salam alaikums, peace upon the nation. The world is one, forget the segregation. Another Ramadan, congratulations.